Hello there everyone, this is Ashmita from Sourav Sir's classes. In today's video, we are going to focus on forms of verbs. And forms of verbs means we are going to focus on three main types of verbs today. And the first one would be action verbs, second would be linking verbs, and third would be helping verbs. So, focusing on action verbs for the first time tells what action something or someone is performing. So action verbs mostly talk about what action something or someone is doing. Like yeah, let's go through this definition a little bit. That would be much more better for you to understand. Action verbs, as their name says, are used to refer to certain actions, like any kind of physical actions that are performed by someone or something. Like it can be done by someone also, or it can be done by certain objects also, like jumping, hitting, singing, any kind of mental actions that we use, in which we use our brains to perform, such as thinking, considering, or memorizing. Every verb like this will come under action verbs. There's a list of action verbs given, like running, swimming, helping, ignoring. So all these, even ignoring, would come under action words. Believing. Let's go through some of the examples of action verbs in a sentence. Like, I work at a factory. So, working at a factory, it's an action. Cats chase mice. So, chasing mice, it's also an example of an action being performed by the cats. We listened to the woman's amazing story. So we listened to means we were listening to this woman's amazing story. So this is one of the examples, some of the examples of action verbs. Let's now move over to linking verbs. Now, linking verbs are those verbs which connect a noun or a pronoun with a word that identifies or describes it. Like, let's go to the definition below. Linking verbs are a special type of stative verb whose name gives a big clue as to what they do. So, link, they basically link. That is what the name suggests. Linking verbs are used to link a subject with a subject complement. So, a subject would be there, and then a subject complement would be there, like the car is green. So, yeah, over here the verb is not there, but just like for an example, I'm saying that if a car is the noun, and if green is the adjective. So green is basically talking about what the color of the car is. So similarly, we are going to apply the same kind of thing over here also to showcase the linking verbs. Linking verbs are used to link a subject to its subject complement. So, a subject complement either describes or identifies the subject of the sentence or the clause. Linking verbs can function as intransitive verbs also, like which do not take the direct objects. Like a list of linking verbs they have given: be, become, seem, appear, grow, all these are there. There are some other examples of linking verbs in the sentence also, like Mike is a great dancer. That gold watch looks expensive. Suddenly the mall got really crowded. So a part of the sentence is getting linked to another part. So that is how linking verbs are present in a sentence. Okay. Now over here they have given a bit more about linking verbs. So let's do that. They link the subject to a noun or an adjective in a sentence. Like Rachel and Ben are cousins. So are those kind of helping verbs or linking verbs. Amanda is very flexible. So is a linking verb. Uh, there are some linking verbs which are absolutely true, means they are always considered to be linking verbs. And there are sometimes linking verbs, means these are not always considered as linking verbs. They might sometimes be other verbs also. Now, the true linking verbs are the helping verbs, like, or the be verbs we call them. Am, is, are. Be is also there. Being, been, has been, have been, had been, was, were, seem, become. All these are true linking verbs. And coming to the sometimes linking verbs: grow, look, prove, remain, smell, sound, taste, turn, stay, get, appear, feel. All these are sometimes linking verbs. Like, let's go through example one as they have presented over here. The pie tasted delicious. Like, if you substitute was for tasted, does the sentence make sense? Yes, tasted is a linking verb in this sentence. Okay. So yeah, if you substitute was for tasted, the pie was delicious. If we use that, um, then it would also be correct. So instead of tasted, if we use was, then also it would be correct. So tasted instead of was is again correct. So yes, tasted is a linking verb in this sentence. Okay. Next, I tasted the pie. If you substitute was for tasted, does the sentence make sense? I was the pie. No, it's not making the sentence like meaningful. So no, tasted is not a linking verb in this sentence. Okay, so you need to basically change the uh, position of the verb with a be verb and think about that whether it's correct or not. Okay. Uh, yeah, so that's all about the linking verbs. Now, the next thing that we have is the helping verb. Helping verbs are added before another verb to make it a verb phrase. Okay, so linking verbs are over. Now, moving over to the helping verbs or the auxiliary verbs. Helping verbs, also called auxiliary verbs, are helpful verbs that work with other verbs to change the meaning of the sentence. Like, there are certain list of the helping verbs like be, have, do, can, will. Okay, so these are some of the helping verbs. Now, there are other helping verbs also, which I've already told in the linking verbs. Linking verbs are also sometimes the auxiliary verbs or the helping verbs. Okay, like is, are, am, all those are there. Was, were. So, all those are helping verbs also. Like, see over here, they have given has, is, can. Okay, so modal verbs. That is why they have also mentioned auxiliary verbs, means modal verbs are also there. Helping verbs or modal verbs. So yeah, that's it for today's video. If you want to follow us like this for all the sessions, then you can join our classes. Or if you are preparing for any kind of entrance-based examinations, you can give that. You can prepare for that by joining our classes. All the details are given in the description box just below this video. You're going to get all the details. Thank you for being with me till the end. Let's meet again in the next videos.